Hello again, loves. Rebecca here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the very last day of Follow a Sketch February. I'm going to combine this with Mixed Media Mayhem, which is a lift. So this is our sketch to pull today. So it's got a lot of mixed media elements in it, which is really cool. But also I've got to make it work with this lift right here, which was submitted by Shannon Blinn. And so basically I'm going to take the technique that she's got going on in the background there, where she did, it looked like painting on the background. So I'm going to rollerball some acrylic paint and syrup on my background to pull elements from this. And then I'm going to incorporate the rest of it from the sketch. So the mixed media that I've got to play with again is the acrylic paint and a rollerball. I've got 2 Distress inks, ground espresso and brushed corduroy, and then I've got a Distress spritz and walnut stain. This is my South Dakota scraps, because it's a compilation of a whole bunch of different collections. I've got 2 photos somewhere. I promise I do. They're right here. Okay. So we got 2 photos. And it's me in front of the Montana state sign. And I'm going to mat them on these 2 pieces of paper. I've pulled in these little close to my heart rubber shapes. I'm going to try to use those 3 browns. I've got this from my stash. Also, she had a acrylic title, so I'm going to use one of these fall acrylic titles. I've pulled out the other pack of Simple Vintage Lakeside bits and pieces for ephemera. There's a photo, there's film strips on the sketch, so I'm going to either use these from 49th and Market or these from my stash. And then there was some coffee stains, so I've got this Vicky Booten stencil and then this stamp. And this one little blessed piece there. So we're going to do our mixed media on this. And I'm going to just start real quick because it's going to need some time to dry. So I thought we will get this done. And as it's drying, I will work on another project that I'm working on right now. So, okay. So we'll cut that off. And this is the Simple Vintage Lakeside sandstone and then gravel. So sandstone and gravel, we're going to do it on this. And we are just going to get all of this stuff out of the way because, well, I'm not going to need it for quite some time. Just put that stuff up there. And then we're going to shake up our syrup. And I'm going to just use my Glassboard Glass Studio mat. I do have a link down below if you'd like to pick one up, and there is a discount. So then we're just gonna just roll through, okay? And then I'm just gonna get a box going. Okay. So that was kind of cool of how she did that, to create mixed media on your background without actually. Okay. And I want it to look, you know, very all right. So there's that. I am going to spritz it with some water. Quite heavily handed because I want to do some splatters. I need to fill my water bottle up. And then I need a paintbrush. And to get the good splatters, remember, fan brushes are your friends. So It is starting to dry, but I want to make sure that it gets a lot of dry time, because we're going to come in and do more mixed media on top of it. We're just going to go along the edge. Well, that was quite a bit, wasn't it? So now we need to make sure that we get it heavily handed on all the edges. Was not the original plan, but hey, sometimes it happens. All right, so we're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna clean this all up and we'll be right back. All right, so I do have this adhered because on the sketch, the mixed media is on top of it, but everything is behind this. So I've just got that put together. We're gonna move that over there, and we're gonna come in and we're gonna do that one, but we want to mask off all of them but the one we want, because I only want one at a time. One at a time, people. So I'm just going to take some washi and mask that one off. And then let's mask that one off, because we're going to do a couple of them. I don't want them to be the same. And then we'll do this one. I was going to say, you can see what I'm doing, right? I like the stencil. I don't like the uniformity of the stencil. Okay, so we're going to put this one coming in here. And we're going to see what brushed corduroy does. I'm just going to get that stenciled on. Glorious. But I'd like it to be darker, so we're going to also go in with ground espresso, right? All right, so we've got that one on there. And then, you know what, I need to pull up the sketch just so I have a frame references. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and put this guy in there, and then we're going to go over it with a darker color. Okay. And then let's do, because there's a line of 3 of them, so let's just let's make it work for us, because this stencil, and then I am actually gonna stamp on top as well, you guys, but let's just do this. And let's pull that back. So that is, you know, 'tis what it is at that point. I need to leave that one open. And then we're going to get this pulled up. So I taped that off and then I changed my mind. That's what happens, you know. But I also looked at the stencil, or the sketch. So sometimes you gotta adjust. And we can just use this piece from down here. All right, So where this ends, so we're going to go with these three right about here. We're going to do the stencil work. Right like this. And then we're going to definitely get some of the darker on there. And I use brown as brown for me, you guys. Just kind of. So we've got those three on there. All right, we'll clean that later. Uh-oh. Okay, we're guessing at this point, just letting you know. Doesn't say it on the bottom. Well, it'd be okay. All right. So on top of all of that, I'm going to take the Distress, and I don't shake up and down. I'm shaking side to side. I do have a bottle shaker kind. I'm going to splatter up with this as well. We're going to let that dry, and then we're going to come back and we're going to stamp. So we're going to splatter with this down here. That we're going to go up here. And then we're going to go over here with this one. So we might add more, but right now we're going to let those go. It's going to take a little bit longer for it to dry because it's on top of the paint, but it's totally fine. I'm going to clean out my stencil. And then I think that we'll stamp with them too. So we'll be right back. All right, everything is dry-ish. Now we're going to add some fun stamping. So we're going to try out the, it's not really all that dark, so let's try something else. That one's not as dark as I want, and that's ground espresso. Let's go. I don't want black sets. Let's try walnut stain. Just kind of, and it might be because it's going on top of that. The paint. So we're just going to keep going with it. Like a whole little cluster going down there. I'm hoping I can get the majority of it covered, but if not, that's okay. All right. We've got that done. As you can see, I'm horrible at cleaning my stamps, but I usually only use dark colors to stamp with, so I think that it's all going to be okay. Yeah, let me just throw that over there. I keep the black and the brown sitting right up here because I use them the most. All right. Let us get some adhesive on all of this, and since it's going over, I'm going to put okay, so I'm going to go right about there. And then let's take one of those guys. And there is some white going on. So I'm thinking I'll take a white one of those. I'm just gotta punch out those little middle pieces. Is there a shorter one before I like mutilate this? Let's see what else we have in here. We got, that's it, that's what we got. Okay, I really need a mark on those. So we're gonna set that right about there. So let's just go ahead and cut this guy in the middle there, in the middle there, and then we're going to take this sticker The only thing about these is once they touch, there is no going back. Okay. Let's put this little piece back in here because I do use those little pieces quite frequently. Alright, so we got that guy on there, and then we're going to get this guy on. I am going to use some liquid adhesive just to secure it. And he's going to sit right there. We've got the two of them on there. Okay. And then we can just come in and do the embellishing. So we can put, I like the Autumn Breeze. I feel like that's warp. I mean, it's warped a little bit. Probably gonna put the title up there. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see what we have going on here. We had a little time to unplug. We got a mushroom. Let's see if we can make something out. I'm just kind of flipping through and grabbing some things. I really like the little pre-made clusters, but I feel like that okay, so let's do that one up there. At the lake, so both ones will work. Alright, let's see. So we can put this guy, too big. So what if we put this guy up here and the Autumn Breeze like that, and then this needs to be like a whole cluster down here because I got to cover up some of this, which I knew I was going to have to. Kind of digging that just the way it is. I like kind of sticking it together there. Okay. So that's going to go there. And they're going to come in with this piece. We're going to slide it up underneath there. Let's put the mushroom right there. So we got this big old cluster going on here. Okay, and you know what I think we need to do? We need to start to get this guy's little legs glued down. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get this up there. I know it says time to unplug, but it's gonna help. Let's bring this in just a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our title. Okay. It's gonna sit there. I'm kind of filling that up there. And let's put some foam. Let's get some foam on here, right? So far, nothing has popped up, which is okay. But you want to have some sort of depth and dimension, right? You can't have everything be the same. We'll get that one popped up. Stick this guy coming up there. And we've got another one. And let's put him. I do like that up there. I would just like to have just a touch of that. And as you see, I put both liquid and dry adhesive. It's a personal preference. Let's see, we're going to stick this guy right there. This guy's not going to get used this time, but that's okay. And then we have just a few of these pieces. Let's pop in some of these little and big hearts. is really fun to use stash up. I'm just saying, like, it's my jam. Okay. And then the suitcases. Just gonna pop them in. Okay. Almost got that used up. And that's it. So that successfully ends our 28 days of sketches. I had a lot of fun playing this time around. I know I've said that a couple times, maybe even in this video. Don't forget to check everyone else out that is playing along. See what they've created. See what everybody else is doing for Mixed Media Mayhem. And if you would like, there is a Facebook group, and you guys can play along. You can do whatever you want. Check that out. So many things to put back away, but we have done it. And yeah, so I had a fun, fabulous February creating these videos for you. It's actually Groundhog's Day, February 2nd, and I have successfully finished all of February's layouts and projects, so I'm super excited about that. I'm going to scrap for a few more hours, and then I'm going to take a break for the rest of the day because, hey, we're done. I'm moving into Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. So do all the fun YouTubey things, like, subscribe, join the channel, join the membership, check out the Facebook groups, head over to Scrapping Reflections and see everyone that's been creating their playlists down below. And I will see you guys later with another video. Bye.